what's up? DVU, day 5-1. That's right, instead of 51. Past that big mark of 50, baby. Getting up there. But had a good day today. You know, had work. It was Friday. One of the last days, you know, with the camp. So it's pretty nice to look forward to tomorrow, not having to wake up and deal with some 5 to 7-year-olds, you know. That was pretty, not frustrating because it was fun, you know, teaching the kids, learning, helping them learn and stuff, hanging out with them. But I'll tell you what, man, 5 and 6-year-olds are some pretty annoying people at times. I really hope I wasn't that bad when I was younger, but, you know, hey, I guess we were all there at one point. But, you know, I look forward to not having to deal with that for a little while. Maybe be around some mature people. But I had fun anyway. I had work from 8 to 3, like I said. But after that, went and worked out and hit. My boy Nick, Maroney, my buddy came over and Big Easy. We're going to start hitting, working out a little bit together. But, excuse me. Like I said, he came over. We hit for about 3 or 4 buckets. Got it in. Did off the tee a little bit. And ended up working out later. Hit the legs. Hit it pretty good. Did a little Vertimax. Cool little workout we got over there. But like I said, had fun with that. I think after that, came home, took a shower, got all dressed, and then headed out to my little brother's game, Justice. He had 3 games today. Not 1, not 2, but 3 games. So he put in an effort today when it came to baseball. But I think he had 1 at 2, 5, and like 7 or 8 or something. You know, he got them all in. So like I said, got to check out his last one over at Mike Miley. Saw the last game. Ended up seeing a real good friend of mine, old teammate, my man Yuwa. It's nice catching up with you, dude. Awesome, man. Love hanging out with you. Glad I got talking to you, you know, talking about the baseball and the swinging and stuff. You know, looking forward to getting together with you and just working at it, you know. Really like, you know, what you're talking and what I'm saying, what I'm learning. It's the same thing you're doing, you know, so looking forward to getting with you that. You know, we'll hopefully can have fun, start swinging. But, you know, that's about it as far as my day went. You know, I think there was about there was one other thing. Had a good friend of mine, name was Taylor. You might have seen her on Facebook. I think she posted a post on my wall. You know, if y'all read that post about her and her cat. I think she's going through a little rough time right now. She's not feeling too good. You know, feeling a little depressed about some stuff. You know, and so kind of the top on that, you know, her cat's kind of, you know, not feeling good. And, you know, getting pretty sick and, you know, might end up dying or something. But, you know, so just keep her in your prayers. You know, make sure y'all, you know, just say a little prayer for her. You know, just praying that, you know, she can understand and learn that God's got a plan, that He's got a plan for everything in her life. And so no matter what's going on, you know, no matter what's going on through her day, no matter what's happening, whether it's a pet or a family member or something having problems, you know, just pray that she learns and comes to know that, you know, God's got a plan in everything that you're doing. You know, He's got a good plan too. It's not just a plan. You know, it's a great one. You know, He's got a good idea and a good design behind it. You know, I'm pretty sure He can handle it, being it's the guy who created us and created the world and went and died on the cross and forgave us all of our sins. So He's a pretty cool dude. So I'm pretty sure He can handle anything we can bring off to Him, you know. So nothing really tops dying on the cross. So, you know, He can handle it. So Taylor, just, you know, hopefully you can kind of understand and hear that, you know, kind of understand what you're going through as far as being a little depressed about some stuff and going through things, you know. So just telling you, hang in there, you know, hang in it. You know, God's got a great plan. So it's just so awesome when you finally figure out parts of those plans. You know, it's like putting together a puzzle. You know, right now you may not have all the pieces. You may have to turn a couple pieces over to see where they go. You know, but once you start putting together a couple of the corners and seeing the picture, man, it really just changes your world. So hopefully you like that a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and get to that verse today. Doesn't have to do with the same situation, but real good verse. In fact, you actually gave me the verse John 1:14 for one of the other DVUs, and I went ahead and read that whole little couple chapters and really like some of the first verses in chapter 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit up those, read those a little bit. But today's DVU we got John 1 verses 1 through 5. So you got 5 verses. You know, bear with me here. It's gonna be a little not too long. So, but it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through Him all things were made. Without Him nothing was made that has been made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of man. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. So, you know, little complicated, but I can explain that to y'all. It says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. When you're reading the Bible, especially in the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, where it's got the words are in red, that's parts where God actually said that, and sometimes it's hard to comprehend and actually realize how powerful that is. It's like God actually said that. The Bible is most of the stuff of maybe other people, disciples that God spoke to and had them write things, but the parts that are read, He actually said that word for word. He said that. There's no changing it. There's no different translation changes. That's word for word what He said. So to read those and understand that that's actually words from God. Some of those are just some powerful verses. Is awesome to know that. So when it says in the beginning was the Word, in the beginning was God, and the Word was with God. And in the Gospels where you're reading those words, that's from Jesus. Because that's when He was either on earth or He came to die on earth. He was being crucified. At those times, He was actually on earth. So when it says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, Jesus was with God, in the Word. It says in the Word was God. So talking about they're all one, Even though Jesus came and died on the cross as a man, He was still God. So that's that first part. It says through Him all things were made. Without Him nothing was made, that has been made. So that's talking about God created everything. Created everything for a purpose. He made everything. Anything that was made or predestined on earth, if it wasn't made by, it had to be made by God. It couldn't be made by anything else. So Darwin, you're wrong. Get over it. We didn't come from a bug, and we surely didn't come from some goo. So that didn't come from God. So you're wrong. Get over it. Right here it says so. So go check that verse out, buddy. But you can't. You're dead. So that won't help. But so anyway, the next verse is talking about in Him was life, and the life was the light of men. I'm talking about, in God we can receive eternal life. In Him, that's like the light of men. When it's talking about the light, that's the light we shine when we have Christ in us. So in us, in Him was life, and the life was the light of men. The ones that were saved, they had the light of Christ in them. There was life in them. It says the light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. Sometimes we're, Christians, we're in the world, but we're not of it. But, we as Christians, we're the light of the world, So sometimes we're shining in the darkness, but the darkness just doesn't understand it sometimes. They just don't get the picture all the time. So as Christians, our job is to help them understand the light that we're sharing with them, If somebody's, in a dark place, and all of a sudden this guy who's just, he's lit up, just put it that way, right? If you're in a dark place and you just bring in a big, bright LED light, right? You just start shining it everywhere, right? People are going to get kind of blinded by the light. They're not really going to see you behind that light. They're just going to be just kind of shocked and all. They're not going to know how to handle that. But if you kind of walk in the darkness and the light, and you shine the light on them, but pull back a little and let them see what they're actually seeing. It's not just a bright light. Oh, it's a flashlight, right? So they understand what it is. So for us, we're the lights. We're the flashlights. God's the light. So we're shining that light. They might not be getting it, right? But when we pull back and say, look, this is God. God's a flashlight. When you're saying like that, this is who this is. When you pull back and let them actually see what the big brightness is, and they can understand. So that's kind of how I interpret it. Maybe the metaphor wasn't too great, but that's how I kind of got it. Hopefully y'all learned a little bit from that. Maybe y'all can help share a little bit to other people, about the same thing. But hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Make sure you don't miss them YouTube videos, those DVUs. Make sure everybody else gets to see them, sharing the word. And definitely be praying for my good friend Taylor. I know she might be going through some stuff, but just praying that she can understand that God's got a plan for her. But DVU Day 51, that's a wrap. Long video, but it's a good one. There's a lot of stuff packed into it and a lot of good things. So y'all have a good night. Get some rest.